rich with niggas shooting, they ain't out here throwing hands, y'all. Damn, y'all.
Champion!
Yes, sir.
We are here. We got to get to it. We had a debate on Twitter going back and forth. Now it's spawned into this. John hit me up. You want to sit on this one? Jay Black on Champion, I think when in the prediction video for you versus Geechee Gotti, I said Geechee is one of the fastest, if not the one. Did I say
I think you said the fastest.
The fastest
You said the fastest.
rise in battle rap. And you said what? And then let's get into it. You disagree, obviously.
Yeah.
You was about to battle him too, so.
Yeah, but I wasn't disagreeing.
We got into a whole argument on that. I think all of us whole champions.
I felt like this when I was watching it, and maybe I gotta watch it again to see what's up, or y'all can correct me. But
Okay.
what I seen was that was just the stamp. Geechee is just the fastest rising battle rapper, and I'm
It's a
like,
stamp.
no, that like as if that's official. That's it.
Oh,
Geechee is
official.
the fastest.
Battle rap is debatable.
So I'm like, hold on. But my whole thing is, when y'all brought that up, it ain't even like y'all was debating John, and he's about to battle me. And it's like, I know the narrative. John, you was on grind time, boom, boom, boom. But they make it seem like I was on grind time for 10 years.
Okay.
I was on grind time a year and a half before I got to URL.
08, 09, 010?
09.
09.
09. You know what I'm saying? So, and when and then, like I said, when we was debating, it depends on how, like, where we gauging it. If we talking about as far as once you get to URL, because URL is the NBA, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's like your career in the NBA. It doesn't matter what you did in college.
But I didn't take that route. You know what I mean?
Like some niggas went to high school and went to the NBA, and some people went to college and went to the NBA. So, but when they're rookies or whatever the case is, by the time you get to the NBA, it doesn't matter that this person went to college and this person came straight from the high school. It's just about once you got here. So that was my argument, because if we talking about just URL,
They hate when I do just
Hitman.
when I even imply just URL.
but we can do
about
both.
this?
We can do both, just to eliminate all types of arguments, right?
That's what we gotta do.
All right, so URL, Hitman was my 4th battle.
Okay.
Summer Madness 2 was my 4th battle. And that didn't just come out of nowhere.
What do you
Let's
mean
rewind.
URL is okay.
URL.
Okay.
URL. Let's rewind before that, because that didn't just come out of nowhere. Before I battled Hitman, I was on N.O.M.E 2 in Chicago. Packed. Adriana's. Shook the building. Before that, it was Bill Collector. Before that, it was B Magic. So these are my battles up until Hitman. And this all happened within 12 months. So when you say fastest, that was my argument. My whole thing is like, I can't even bring that up. Y'all just stand like Geechee just the fastest. And then it's like, now you got me thinking like, what are we doing as far as since he's been on URL or battle rap as a whole?
But you see, now, Avengers Endgame is the highest grossing movie in our time right now. But if you raise the for inflation, Gone with the Wind is the highest.
Okay.
So the tiers and how things work back then as opposed to how they work now, there's more loops, there's more battles to be had.
So it's easier now.
Going with the wind reference on
No,
champion.
it's way harder.
In terms of, it was 3 cards, right? There's like 4 cards for URL. So both of them, out of the 4 cards, SM and N.O.M.E, right?
Yeah.
So you had to be on it.
That's not my fault.
It's not your fault. That's what I'm saying.
Right. We gotta talk about
We gotta talk about it.
We gotta talk about facts. That's not my
We gotta
fault.
talk about it.
That's a great point. What I'm saying is,
But
the
so it'll
system
be
was the
harder.
system what it was. But now it's like if somebody's hot, we're gonna make sure this person is on every card. That wasn't laid out for me. It was do or die every single battle. That's the difference. So I had to go. A lot of these niggas is comfortable. They could lose a battle and still end up on the next biggest card out of nowhere. It wasn't like that for me. So the same way you could say I had advantages, I had disadvantages at the timing. And same way you could say Geechee got disadvantages now, he has a lot of advantages now. He has a lot. You know what I mean? So
The machine.
now there's a machine to where people was being put through on purpose. Back then, you had to.
I disagree with the machine too. We can get to that later.
We get into it now. What you disagree with?
So back then, was it you had to be that dude, or was it there was only this many people?
No, back then
Let's talk about the machine.
it was at a point where
Let's talk about the machine.
the machine
Let's
wasn't
talk
all the
about
way developed back then. The machine wasn't all the way developed as far as
Do you think the machine just grabs anybody they want? Like
No.
that
All
ain't right there. I'm
That's
gonna
a good
grab the
point,
machine.
Black.
Boom. Let me just write him.
That's
No.
a good point, Black.
The
because
people be like, I like this person. Then they keep on.
what I don't want it to
producing
make it seem
stuff.
like is when I bring the machine, I'm not here to discredit anybody that's part of the machine. Twerk is like a great example because Twerk is a part of the machine, but Twerk is fucking great. Oh, no.
I mean, is that why it's part of the machine then?
Twerk, yeah. You can't take away from anybody that's a part of the machine, even Geechee. Just because he's a part of the machine doesn't mean he's not doing what he's supposed to be doing. Okay. So when I say the machine,
anybody that's coming up now is part of the machine then. Anybody good?
Not
basically,
really.
basically,
Not really.
By what you're
Basically,
saying,
not really.
Ace Amin has done good.
He's part of y'all machine.
It's
It was
not
champion.
true.
That was.
I'm
Hey,
telling
here
you,
we go.
who's up?
No.
If you're here next month and like J Block will be on champion, cool.
No, I know. I'm talking about as far as what's adding to his brand. Champion helped that.
Okay.
It's not his battles because I don't even want to get into that.
I went to the
Anyway.
event. I thought he was dope. Yeah.
He's fine. He's fine.
He's
That's
on the
what
list.
I knew.
He's on the list.
Yeah.
But we also just throw out niggas stumbling and choking. That don't even
Are we talking
that don't even matter no
Third
more.
round?
I'm not even
Yeah, I was
talking about
definitely
child. I'm
thinking.
talking about as a culture.
Okay.
When that happens, it's just like we gloss over that and just, well, he did good. Let's focus on what he did do. Back then, it wasn't that. You stumble or choke, that round, you lost. You lost.
Oh, yeah,
Now,
yeah.
it's the pampered era. But I don't blame nobody because
Privilege.
I don't blame nobody because it's like that with NBA. It's like that with the NFL.
That's the
Everything
world
as
is
it
now.
grows, it gets soft.
Yeah.
It gets soft. But
Hip hop.
I mean, but if we really go back in the days, like Cortez, one of his first battles, he choked. I'm like, he good. Forget who he battles, Grind Time. I'm like, he got it. He just messing up.
yeah, but that's before.
Fast forward
battle
10
rap
years,
got
I felt the
real
same way,
professional.
man.
I think now it's like it's professional. Like back then, like in that midst, it started getting more professional to where it's like, you gotta be there. Everything was technical. Slip up, choke. Everything is technical. But now we in the era of the fan favorites. So certain things is overlooked. There's double standards. Certain niggas can get away
There is
with
double
certain
standards.
shit. Yeah, so it's like you gotta be able to live with that
And there
as
was
a
a
battle
buzzer
rapper.
on your round. You know what I mean?
Everything.
Like if you
Kinda.
stop rapping, they were hitting the buzzer. They were
All
hitting
types of
Conde
shit.
Marco.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's the era difference. But as far as the machine goes, you gotta have something. Geechee had something. I think Geechee filled a certain void. He gave us an authenticity that battle rap was missing because everything is all about this gangster shoot 'em up, bang, bang, bang. Now we got somebody that's gonna say it that we believe.
Right.
And he's a Crip, and he's from Compton. He's from. This is official, so this is like, oh, okay.
Right.
And he's coming with bars. Geechee came to fight every single time, so the machine worked with him, not for him. You know what I mean? But the machine ain't work with me, for me, nothing.
Damn, it's like a whole new topic.
I've-
It's like a whole new
good.
topic.
Nah,
I like it though.
Talk
I
about
like
the
it.
fastest ride.
Yeah,
I'm still on point here.
I could actually disagree. I think that machine did work with you. Same thing with Geechee. So you had to come. You were performing, and then the machine said, "All right."
I'm gonna tell you why not. My battles wasn't laid out for me. My
And
next
You
battle
made
wasn't.
your own. You
Yeah.
made your own.
My next battles was being booked after my battles.
Okay.
I wasn't double booked ahead of time.
But
That's the machine.
Again, race to inflation, 20 events versus 4.
Yeah, because at that point in time, they probably didn't even know when
I'm
they
talking
was going
about
to
the
have the next
timing
event.
of booking, though. Regardless, this is a machine that they put in place. Look, we're gonna set this person up. We're gonna give him back to
Okay.
back. The
Okay.
machine done work like that for a lot of people. T-Top, Briz, as far as getting this back to back. I was not getting this back to back.
Right.
It was just me. I had to go get. I'm like, you know what? I'm in the class, and in the beginning, everybody crazy about this B Magic dude from St. Louis that they saying is punching crazy. I'm mad. Why nobody talk about me like this? Let me see this nigga.
Okay.
Then
We saw you a lot, John.
then after that, I get it, but this is my motivation. So when I battle B Magic, Bill Collector battles M City. He goes crazy to the point
Everybody
where
talk Bill.
I'm scared. I'm like, what the fuck would I do with that nigga?
Right.
But I didn't like the way they was talking about him.
Right.
Let me see him. I battle Bill Collector, I'm thinking everything is good. I'm like, I ain't got nothing to talk about. Now, QP the best in that class. QP the best in that class. And then that time I was about to battle Calico. When I battled Clean, I was supposed to battle Calico. Calico gets on Twitter, yo, one of my best friend's favorite battle rappers is this nigga John. Everybody acting like they scared of him. Give me him. So the shit was damn near set up. And then once Lux agreed to battle Calico, Calico calls me. I'ma focus on Lux.
Right.
I ain't mad at that.
Respectable.
In my head, well, I was already booked for N.O.M E. I'm not missing out on N.O.M E.
Right.
Period. Because y'all told me to get on Summer Madness, I gotta be of the most talked about that year.
Okay.
What about Clean? Since they talking about him, he's in my class. That's not far fetched. I'm not asking for a name. Why not? And that's how that happened.
Okay.
But every battle, it was one battle at a time for me. I was not put in this machine. But let's talk about the fastest rise. Within the 12 months, we could go from B Magic to Hitman.
Yeah.
And who did what within that time. And then at the same time, who's had a battle of being Hitman's magnitude. And then for me to do that fast, my fault, I could go all night, man. What's up? Champion! Champion!
One of the reasons I said Geechee had, I gotta see what I said too, probably the fastest rise because, champion. He became champion, he came from going to having a PG in a matter of less than 2 years to being champion of the year. You know what I mean? That's a great feat for me.
Yeah, but Champion was in place to help that campaign.
What do you mean?
Not for Geechee. It wasn't set for Geechee. Like, I mean,
No,
because
I'm saying, when I say to help that campaign, I'm not saying Champion was just pushing Geechee to win. I'm talking about Champion as a platform.
Yeah.
Okay.
Was there to acknowledge
Okay.
what
he
Geechee
done.
was doing.
I like
Okay.
that.
You see what I'm
Great
saying?
rebuttal.
So it's like
Great rebuttal.
that was there. So that,
If not champion, then who?
but it goes back to me because
There
I
was no
can't.
champion back then. That's what you're gonna put
Yeah,
now.
Right.
so that's what I was about to
Yeah.
say. I can't take that away from Geechee
And
because of
it all goes
what's in
back to
place.
it's your fault, Jay Black.
Yeah,
it's definitely
Jay
Black's
Black.
fault.
Yeah.
I was just, I'm a fan now, but I was just watching back then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's what it is. I think Geechee definitely had one of the fastest rises. It's arguable. I didn't want
About
to
Lil
make it seem
Sexy
like
from Ahad. World star, millions of views in one battle.
quote a bar.
I can't exactly.
So
They clickbaited this time.
they click the fuck out of that. Yeah,
Got
but
that million views.
but yeah, there's a lot of fast rises. Like T Top,
UFF,
and even with T Top,
Ill
he
Will,
actually earned that.
UFF.
That's
He
a
won
fact.
it.
Yeah.
Ill Will. They earned that.
Whoa! You using the word earn now? Now you in a whole different bag when you say. So when you say somebody earned that, that means the other person didn't earn that.
No. I said as far as Geechee, no, Geechee earned that. I said the machine worked with him, not
Okay.
for him.
Okay.
And that's a plus to Geechee because he came with what he needed to come
But if
with.
we're talking about a machine now, a UFF is probably one of the biggest machines.
For sure.
You're on BT, you get 5 battles in
For
a span
sure,
of a
right.
month getting seen.
I'm
On
not taking
national
away
TV.
from the battles. I don't use the machine to take away from the battlers. I'm just acknowledging that this is there. So I think my rise is more significant because I didn't have that.
Okay.
So
I
it
didn't
didn't
have
exist.
that. I'm on. It was each battle basis. I wasn't lined up with the top niggas out the gate. I didn't have that, so I had to slowly rise. But it was fast. Probably the fastest. I still haven't heard an argument with anybody who was faster. I don't know if we doing time. I don't know what we doing. I don't know what we looking at.
You
It's still the way I phrase it. So, like I said, before we turn the cameras, I said if you go by just URL, you win that debate. Now, if you add in your grind time, now it's
That's a better
a
argument.
PG versus.
I'm still willing to take that argument though.
How fast was Twerk? How fast did Twerk get up there?
Thank you.
Because
I'm throwing it out there.
Because now we
It was
talk about your grind time battles where they kept judging it. I thought you won like majority of those, and they kept judging against your favor.
Right, but
That's
there was a lot of battles in a short time. Like I said, people make it seem like I was on grind time for 10 years.
2 years
beforehand.
though.
Right.
A year and a half, 2 years.
So go from
You
2009 to
got off-
2011.
You got out from
So
Money
that's 2
Bags,
years, right?
Money Bags, which is the last one, right?
What's my defining moment? That was Hitman, right?
Yes, sir.
So go from
That was
my
a
first
defining
battle.
moment, but that wasn't a closing moment either, though.
No, I'm talking about defining moment. We talk about fastest rising, so we got to go from the beginning to the defining moment.
Okay.
Okay.
You agree?
No, I
As far as
don't agree with that. I don't
rising.
agree with that.
All right, so
He set us a trap for him to win the debate.
So tell me though. So tell me.
You could.
So
You
how we
could.
doing it though?
Yeah.
So tell me how we doing it. Are we gonna start from the first battle on camera, right? Organized battle, and then where we gonna go to? We gotta go to now. That's not fair. We talk about
fair.
fastest rise, so we gotta go what? The first 2 years? What are we
Twerk
doing?
3 years to get the URL.
Huh?
Took Twerk 3 years.
So he's out of the debate now. Who else?
Dougie was his first,
Dougie was Twerk's first.
Yeah, so it took 3 years for him.
Okay.
But
Okay.
again, you gotta the way things are now. When you started, there wasn't 45
hold on. with me.
09 to 2012. That's what you're saying, right? Pretty much.
I battled Hitman in 2011.
2011. You sure?
No, I'm not. 2012.
No, 2012. I was in the building. I was there. That's the beauty of being in the building.
That's
2012.
So it's 3 years.
August.
It's 3 years.
Okay.
3 years.
So now Geechee Gotti's in the 2 year range.
Right now.
Yeah. From his PG that was entered, which got vaulted, That should be your biggest argument for a machine right there, because they didn't showcase that. But they don't show a lot of PG, so that'd be the rebuttal for that. It's PG, like, just type in Geechee Gotti's name 2 years ago, see what happens.
No, what's Geechee's first battle?
I think it was Stewie Newton, right?
That's his first battle?
No, on URL.
Yeah,
URL.
we can't do URL, because if we do URL, I win that debate.
King of the Dot? No, that wasn't his first battle.
We going all the way back? I'm on first track.
Let's see, it goes all the way to the
Shout
first
out.
battle. First battle.
King Rico versus Geechee Gotti,
When?
2017, 2014. On the Riot.
Come on, that's
What's going on?
Come on, we don't know about
So
that.
this is 5
No,
you can't do that.
Shout out King Rico.
You can't do that. You can't do that.
Wow.
My man, with the fact check.
What even?
With the fact check.
Dog.
Come on, man.
King
Rico.
Consistently battling?
One battle in 2014. Two battles in 2015. 1, 2, 3, 4.
That's
Oh my God.
7 battles in 2016.
Come on, dog.
Come on, Black. I'm coming with facts.
Geechee Gotti.
I'm coming with facts.
His name probably wasn't Geechee Gotti.
I'm coming with facts.
Actually, hold on. Geechee Gotti versus Hemi on Ultimate Rap League in 2016
Okay, yeah.
So that's URL.
That's URL.
That's 26.
Hold on.
And then right after that, the same battle came out.
What was John first battle? I don't want to take his word for it. What's his first battle?
right. Now
I just had it up.
Yeah, I'm
I
saying-
know who it is. I know. I did this before.
Oh, 9. I don't believe in that. Probably 2007.
Yeah.
Or hear that nonsense.
PC's the first one they got on there.
That is the first one.
Alright,
What was that?
November 5th, 2009. November 5th, 2009.
I come with facts, people. I appreciate that. That's love. I ain't even gonna talk shit.
I can be.
Hitman got released, I guess, on YouTube 9/25/2012. So I think it probably happened, August of 2012,
August,
right?
August.
Damn, that was pretty quick for back
Yeah.
then.
Yeah.
Didn't have a lot of events.
We gotta keep throwing that. Hey, that ain't got nothing to do with me.
Surfing King
Technicality.
I only speak facts. I don't got nothing to do with me. All that other shit ain't got nothing to do with me.
King who? People weren't even looking at Geechee
King
Gotti in
Rico?
1020.
Shout out
He
King
existed. What?
Facts are facts. Fastest rise, that mean it took him longer to rise. That's
Oh
what that
my
mean.
God.
The PG GOAT does it again. Champion, killer.
Oh my God. You made a show like that.
Hey.
So, say no more. You got it. If you going,
It's a up, man. August 3rd, Pandemonium, Bad News in Chess. We got a whole fire card. Rosenberg Raw versus PG Skillet. Steens versus Super Black. KCJ versus Cash Flow.
Hold on, Rosenberg Raw's back?
Yeah.
Let's go,
Yeah,
bro.
and I love the matchup that I got him booked against too. PG Skillet, the aggressive shit. He's super aggressive, and I just don't think Rosenberg about to allow that. But yeah, August 3rd, Pandemonium, August 10th, Summer Impact, John and Don, Boping Over Bullshit, Champion.
Damn, Shaw. Goddamn, Shaw. Rich with niggas shooting, they ain't out here throwing hands, Shaw. Damn, Shaw. I got a plan, Shaw. Light up the parlay in the greens like a ham hog.